Unlike your ex, these outboard motors won't let you down, whether you're out fishing, cruising, or just soaking in the calm of open water. The last thing you want is an engine that quits on you. Here are 5 of the best outboard motors ever built. When you're out in deep water with nothing but the horizon ahead, the last thing you want is doubt in your engine. That's where the Yamaha F300 comes in. A motor that doesn't just perform, it endures. This beast is built lightweight for its class. But don't let that fool you. It's sturdy, refined, and doesn't cut corners. The electric steering models strip away the mess of hydraulic lines, and every bit of this thing feels designed for precision. Yamaha's thrust-enhancing reverse exhaust gives you sharp, controlled maneuvering in reverse. And the shift dampening system? It makes gear changes so smooth you'll wonder why every motor isn't built this way. That kind of engineering is exactly why this motor is so popular in the Gulf of Mexico. When fishermen put hundreds of hours on their gear each year and still come back praising the reliability, that says everything. Now, not everything is sunshine and salt spray. Those computer systems that make the F300 so modern, they're also the Achilles heel. The sensors in particular tend to be a weak point. Still, when 97% reliability offshore is the stat being thrown around, it's hard to ignore the heavyweight presence this motor brings. But if you thought this one was good, wait until you see the motor from their fierce rivals Honda. The BF250 feels like the engine you'd get if you handed a mechanical engineer a boat and said, "Make this perfect." Honda stuck to its strengths, efficiency, precision, and clean power, and gave us a motor that doesn't try to be flashy, it just works. Always. You've got their signature VTEC technology running the show under the hood, delivering consistent torque across the rev range. It's the kind of power delivery that doesn't punch hard and leave you hanging. It's smooth, balanced, and reliable from idle to full throttle. Where the BF250 really earns points is in how it interacts with the rest of your boat. Its full NMEA 2000 compatibility means it plays well with nearly every modern marine system. And if you're a hands-on boater who likes to get under the cowl, Honda designed this one just for you. Parts are repositioned for early access, which makes maintenance more of a checklist than a chore. Of course, all that comes with a steeper price tag. Compared to a Suzuki with the same horsepower, the BF250 isn't your bargain buy. But it makes a strong case that you're paying for long-term peace of mind. And that 5-year warranty, that's a quiet flex. And here's the thing. When you're out of the water for hours, that refinement pays off. The BF250 runs whisper quiet at cruising speeds, so you can actually talk to your passengers without shouting over the engine. Fuel economy is another win. Honda's attention to combustion efficiency means more time exploring and less time hunting for the nearest marina. And despite being a workhorse, it's light for its class, which helps with handling and weight distribution. It's not the loudest kid on the dock, but it's the one everyone trusts. To get them home, no drama, no excuses, just pure Honda dependability. The next one is another great Asian brand. I guess they don't miss. Here's where things get fun. The Suzuki DF6A isn't some oversized powerhouse. It's a compact, get-it-done kind of engine that earns its respect by being ridiculously convenient. Weighing just 55 pounds is the kind of motor you can carry like a gym bag and mount solo without needing a second pair of hands. The big, beefy handle is no gimmick. It's built for real-world use. And when it's time to get moving, the manual pull start fires up like it's been waiting all week. Don't expect it to rocket you across the lake, but for John boats, inflatables, or minimalist fishing setups, this 6 HP 2-stroke is more than enough. It balances its small frame with just the right amount of push to feel efficient, not underwhelming. That said, there's only so much fuel you can pack in a tiny tank. The DF6A's internal reservoir runs dry quicker than you'd like if you're stretching your distance. But again, this motor was never meant to cross oceans. It's made for simplicity, mobility, and zero stress. Moving on to a more Western company, no hard feelings for the others, but this is my personal favorite. If there's a motor that feels tailor-made for people who know what they're doing on the water, it's the Mercury 15 HP Pro Kicker. This thing isn't about speed, it's about control, torque, confidence in tight quarters, and when you're pushing a heavy load or guiding a drift, that matters. The first thing you'll notice is the ambidextrous tiller. a design choice that seems small until you actually use it. Whether you're left or right-handed, it just fits. The gear shifter is mounted right on the tiller too, so no awkward reaches or fumbling around when you're focused on steering. Mercury didn't stop there. A 4-blade propeller gives this kicker the thrust-to-weight ratio of a much bigger engine. And the power tilt system with 6 trim positions means you can fine-tune your ride in any water condition. But as good as it is on the water, this motor isn't something you're going to be lugging around for fun. It tips the scales at 122 pounds, which pushes it out of the portable category and into the just leave it mounted zone. Still, if it's performance you want, the Pro Kicker shows up, and it shows off. Here's a fun fact. Most people don't realize that the smaller Mercury outboards, like the 9.9 HP 4-stroke, are actually built in partnership with Daihatsu. But the Mercury version, it's just got enough tweaks to make it feel like the more refined of the two. First, you've got the battery-less EFI system. That's a mouthful, but all it means is you're getting excellent fuel efficiency without needing a separate battery to keep things running. For smaller boats, dinghies, or even as a tender engine, that's a big win. Build-wise, it's solid. The carrying handle is thick and well-placed, and the tiller shifter, not available on the base Daihatsu, is a big upgrade in feel and convenience. This motor isn't just portable, it's smart. It's not perfect. Push the throttle and it gets loud, like talk over it loud. And while it's marketed as a portable engine, it's on the heavier side of that label. Not impossible to carry, but you'll feel it after a few steps. Still, it's a strong runner that earns its keep if you need reliable power for short trips or backup use. The Mercury 9.9 has you covered. There's no one-size-fits-all when it comes to outboards. What works for offshore sports fishing isn't going to be the right fit for your inflatable tender or aluminum lake skiff. But that's the beauty of this lineup. Each of these engines stands out in its own lane. The Yamaha F300 brings deep water confidence with features that feel like they were designed in a lab and tested in real storms. The Honda BF250 is the smart operator's engine, clean, powerful, and it's made for the long haul. Suzuki's DF6A proves that small engines can be just as clever and convenient. The Mercury 15 HP Pro Kicker is a control freak's dream. And the Mercury 9.9 HP, oh, it's the low-key reliable backup you'll forget is even there, until you need it. So, what are your thoughts? Which one's your favorite? Let us know in the comment sections down below. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more content just like this. And we'll see you in another video soon.